So the mechanics of that, Gary, are that a matter could be referred to risk management. They can do their processes, their work. If that would result in no claim file being opened. I mean, there is that interim time where something can be handled there that we don't need to know about, that really is not of concern. And under those circumstances, we would know that it's only when the file is opened or whatever.
Yeah. And I spent some time working with Everett Callahan, who just joined us, and Val Hughes on this. It's a three-pronged requirement. So files open, the attorney is assigned, and we conduct an investigation. That was the threshold that essentially was described by the pre-claim file versus the other types of files. So the notion was you wanted to set a threshold that was clear for me, so that I didn't have to worry whether or not I was missing the mark. And yet every time we consult with risk management, or there's somebody friends of a bumper on the bus and risk management's involved, and or we do the investigation internally, your desire was to create a threshold with a bright line, not to be consumed with every single type of an accident or event that occurs across all of the schools with 18,000 kids. So you were creating at that time threshold for me, and it worked well for me. So I was able to, when this happens, I let you know. When we close it, I let you know. And if there's a development in that process, I let you know. And if you want to have confidential information, you go into a mode of getting information from the attorney involved. And when we're doing one of these, we're essentially under the cloud, if you will, of potential litigation. Because anytime you've got one of these things going on, you've got liability, you've got the possibility of a lawsuit, you've got counsel's advice. So places you in an arena being able to have that confidential conversation with an attorney, which also then protects innocent staff, innocent kids, being painted with a brush of guilt that we haven't established, that no one's established. We may be investigating an anonymous complaint that's totally unfounded. So there's a balance here, and we chose a balance of protecting kids, protecting staff, and protecting the resources of the district, and following the law, and good common sense in setting a particular threshold. So this is intended to keep that same threshold with the new language and the new processes that we're seeing.
I would just like to add that when you have the stipulation of the risk management trigger, all one needs to do to not allow the board to be informed or to wait to tell the board about something and have a big delay in information, like with the principal investigation, is to simply not trigger a claim with risk pool. If you handle it all inside and you contact Valerie Hughes and you call Mike Patterson and you don't trigger a claim, you're under no obligation to let the board know. So I'd just like to point that loophole out.
Well, I don't know that I would consider that a loophole, and I would also believe that carries its own liability, and that liability that starts to accrue to me, and that's not necessarily a liability I wish to take on.
So trust you.
Or find another superintendent.